On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Untold.
Not yet revealed or known, not having been counted or measured.
Examples:
Untold riches. An untold number of people. The untold stories of the disaster victims need to be heard to understand the impact fully.
Nicotine.
A colorless, oily, poisonous chemical compound found in tobacco leaves, which is highly addictive and acts as a stimulant, affecting the nervous system.
Examples:
Nicotine patch. Nicotine replacement therapy. Smoking cigarettes exposes the body to high levels of nicotine, which can be addictive.
Endlessly.
In a way that continues for a long time or seems to have no end or limit.
Examples:
Repeat endlessly. Worry endlessly about our future. The procession of demonstrators was endlessly continuing.
Tiring.
Causing fatigue, exhaustion, or boredom.
Examples:
Mentally tiring. Tiring day. The tiring hike through the mountains was worth it for the stunning views.
Antisocial.
Not wanting to be around or spend time with other people, unwilling or unable to conform to accepted social norms or standards.
Examples:
Antisocial tendencies. Antisocial personality disorder. The suspect's antisocial behavior and lack of remorse made the judge question their sanity.
Reframe.
To reinterpret, rephrase, or redefine an issue, situation, or question in a different way.
Examples:
Reframe resource allocation. Reframe problem. The therapist tried to reframe his negative thoughts.
Overstate.
To exaggerate or make something seem more important or serious than it is.
Examples:
Overstate the issue. Overstate the importance. He tends to overstate his accomplishments to impress others.
Preoccupied.
Having one's thoughts or attention absorbed by something, busy.
Examples:
Preoccupied idea. Preoccupied with other things. He was preoccupied with work and didn't notice me.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Nuzzle.
To rub or press gently against someone or something with the nose or head, often as a sign of affection or comfort, to snuggle or cuddle in a loving manner.
Examples:
Nuzzle each other in the pasture. Nuzzle its owner affectionately. The child nuzzled their favorite stuffed animal while falling asleep.
Lapse.
A temporary or brief failure in judgment, action, or behavior, a gradual or slow decline, often referring to a loss of performance, quality, or attention, a period of time that has passed. Verb, to fall or slip into a particular state, often one that is undesirable or unintended.
Examples:
Lapse back into recession. Lapse in payment. I missed the deadline due to a lapse in my memory.
Endow.
To give a quality, ability, or asset to a person or institution.
Examples:
Endow him with the power. Endow the scholarship. Some people believe that human is endowed with reason and capable of distinguishing good from evil.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
Philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.
Bailout.
The provision of financial help to a corporation or country which is on the brink of bankruptcy.
Examples:
Bailout bill. Bailout bottle. Many countries provided a bailout to the private sector to minimize the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
Visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Neoclassical.
Relating to a revival of classic forms, styles, or ideas, especially those of ancient Greek and Roman art and architecture, that emerged in the late 18th and early 19th centuries.
Examples:
Neoclassical economics. Neoclassical music. The neoclassical style of architecture is characterized by symmetry and simplicity.
Newtonian.
Relating to Sir Isaac Newton or his laws of motion and universal gravitation.
Examples:
Newtonian physics. Newtonian mechanics. The motion of planets can be described using Newtonian mechanics.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Imbalance.
A situation in which two or more things are not equal or equally treated.
Examples:
Trade imbalance. Symptoms of hormonal imbalance. An imbalance in certain substances causes problems with brain function.
Asymmetrical.
Lacking symmetry or balance, unevenly or irregularly shaped, not corresponding in terms of quantity, size, or position.
Examples:
Asymmetrical design. Asymmetrical haircut. The asymmetrical shape of the vase made it unique and exciting.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Prioritize.
To assign a higher level of importance to something compared to other things.
Examples:
Prioritize tasks. Prioritize people over cars. The organization prioritized the needs of the community in its decision-making.
Countdown.
A counting sequence leading up to an event, often marked by a series of signals or cues, also used as a term to describe the final stages leading up to a major event or deadline.
Examples:
Countdown clock. Wedding countdown. The countdown to launch began as the astronauts prepared for their mission.
Irritating.
Causing annoyance, frustration, or exasperation, provoking impatience or irritation.
Examples:
Irritating noise. Irritating behavior. The garbage can in the kitchen has been producing an irritating smell for days.
Knuckle.
One of the joint-like parts of the fingers and toes, especially of the hand.
Examples:
Knuckle sandwich. Bare-knuckle boxer. He cracked his knuckles nervously before the presentation.
Impatience.
A feeling of restlessness or irritation caused by a desire for something to happen or be done more quickly, lack of patience.
Examples:
Impatience with delays. Business impatience. The doctor advised him to manage his impatience as stress could exacerbate his medical condition.
Assiduous.
Showing great care, attention, and perseverance in carrying out a task or duty, diligent and hardworking.
Examples:
Assiduous worker. Assiduous student. The chef's assiduous efforts to source high-quality ingredients were apparent in the delicious meal.
Primacy.
The state or quality of being first or foremost in importance, rank, or authority.
Examples:
Military primacy. Primacy of economics. New competitors threatened the company's primacy in the market.
Innate.
Existing naturally or from birth, inherent or inborn, not acquired or learned through experience.
Examples:
Innate ability, innate quality. The belief in innate human goodness is a common philosophical concept.
Dilution.
The process of making something weaker, less concentrated, or less potent by adding or mixing in other substances. The act of reducing the strength or impact of an idea, principle, or tradition.
Examples:
Dilution of power, dilution of the original message. The dilution of the chemical solution weakened its strength.
Shabby.
Of a building or object, in poor condition through age and neglect.
Examples:
Shabby appearance, shabby treatment. The shabby couch had seen better days.
Despise.
To feel strong dislike or contempt for someone or something, often because of a perceived fault or failing. To have a low or unfavorable opinion of something.
Examples:
Despise a particular food. Secretly despise. I despise injustice and those who perpetrate it.
Subsidize.
To pay part of the cost of something to support an organization, activity, etc. financially.
Examples:
Subsidize the project. Subsidize the cost. Governments subsidize renewable energy generation in various ways.
Incompetence.
Lack of physical or intellectual ability or qualifications to do something successfully or as it should be done.
Examples:
Have a feeling of incompetence. Incompetence of urine. Her behavior testified to her incompetence.
Bastardize.
To alter, modify, or degrade something in a way that undermines or violates its original integrity or quality. To create a less authentic or less desirable version of something.
Examples:
Bastardize a recipe. Bastardize culture. We do not want to bastardize the text's original meaning through poor translations.
Proportionate.
Having a proper or suitable balance in size, amount, or degree, corresponding or in proportion to something else.
Examples:
Proportionate response. Proportionate representation. The judge ruled that the punishment be proportionate to the crime committed.
Revolutionize.
To bring about a complete or radical change in something, often through the introduction of new methods or ideas.
Examples:
Revolutionize the industry. Revolutionize the technology. The invention of the smartphone revolutionized the way we communicate with each other.
Praxis.
The practical application or implementation of a theory or idea, often in a social or political context.
Examples:
praxis in education, praxis theory. The teacher emphasized the importance of praxis, encouraging students to apply their theoretical understanding to real-world problems.
Scarcity.
The state of being in short supply, a small and inadequate amount.
Examples:
Fuel scarcity, scarcity of capital. Some research says that a relative decline in teacher salaries is causing labor scarcity.
Dubious.
Having doubts or reservations, uncertain.
Examples:
dubious credibility, direct a dubious look. The evidence presented in court had a dubious origin, raising questions about its authenticity.
Shepherd.
A person who tends and guards sheep, especially in a rural area.
Examples:
shepherd boy, sheep without a shepherd. The shepherd's dog helped keep the sheep in line and protect them from predators.
Quarry.
A place where a stone or other materials are extracted from the ground, an animal or a person that is the target of hunting.
Examples:
quarry operation, quarry site. The hunter tracked down his quarry in the woods.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
sew with thread, sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Feces.
Waste matter eliminated from the bowels, excrement.
Examples:
feces sample, human feces. Proper disposal of feces is essential for maintaining public health and sanitation.
Abstruse.
Difficult to understand, obscure, or hard to comprehend, often due to its complex or intricate nature.
Examples:
an abstruse concept, an abstruse theory. The professor's lecture on quantum physics was so abstruse that even the brightest students struggled to understand it.
Stink.
To emit a strong, unpleasant odor, to have a strong offensive smell, to be corrupt or unethical.
Examples:
stink up the place, stink badly. The garbage in the alley began to stink after a few hot days.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
antibiotic-resistant germ, a germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Leaky.
Having a hole or crack that allows liquids or gases to pass through it.
Examples:
Heal leaky gut. Leaky bucket. The boat had a leaky hull and needed to be patched.
Valet.
A person employed to park cars or act as a personal attendant, a personal servant or assistant.
Examples:
Valet parking. Hotel valet. After dinner, I handed my keys to the valet and walked into the restaurant.
Analgesic.
Relating to the relief or reduction of pain, typically through the use of medication or other methods.
Examples:
Analgesic cream. Analgesic mechanism. The analgesic properties of the medication helped to alleviate the patient's pain.